Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a bajillion different stories to go cover all throughout today. We have a lot of big game updates. We have brand new revivals of old school games. We have at this point, the bread and butter PlayStation kind of going sparking back on up, and some crazy things such as the Helldivers 2, surprisingly making a somewhat remarkable comeback where the game itself is going ballistic as of right this second. So we have a lot of things to go talk about, so if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy, and make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. And for our PS5 Pro giveaway will be ending very, very soon for the holidays. We also have all the bonus links, so make sure you guys take advantage of the bonus links all linked down below with the Twitters and Twitches and the second YouTube account, and of course we have all the other affiliate links down below. And let's go and dive on into some pretty fun stuff. So first and foremost, in case you guys have kind of missed, I'm going to talk about this at the very start of the video over here. Right now, we have some pretty big news and updates when it comes to Helldivers 2. As you guys probably saw maybe from the Game of the Year awards or just from general chitter chatter, there is a brand new race that actually came out over here from Helldivers. And for me, in my honest opinion, this is some pretty cool stuff. Now, we're going to kind of high level this a little bit more and talk about on the PlayStation side, the live service side, and of course as well that sometimes remarkable kind of like the games come back crazy enough. And that's why I'm going to showcase a little bit of the gameplay of the brand new races, because I myself am going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive in this, most likely on the Twitch in the near future. But as you guys probably know, this game actually went through a lot of controversy and turmoil, and with the PlayStation adding those PlayStation account requirements, certain even regions and countries were completely negated and removed. And of course, a lot of people are just like, bro, like, what's going on with PlayStation? It was mass review bombed. It was a very negative game. And the overall ecosystem, people playing the game, dropped down absolutely. Like, it went down a lot. They went from like 100,000 plus people to maybe like 15, 20,000. We'll go show the numbers over here in a second. And at the end of the day, it was crazy. But right now, there's a massive resurgence coming on over here. And this kind of goes and is like revitalizing the spirit, I would say, the live service. Some other live service games have either been canceled, and as well, some other games are not doing so good. I think maybe games such like Destiny 2, and well, while they will be making money and there is still an active player base and the next big updates I'm sure people will download, although Destiny 2 is still in a very weird big limbo, seems like Helldivers at least is one of those games that is still recapturing of people's attention and love and all of that. And I think that's kind of good. Like, they added new characters, they had new weapons, they have like this new race, new planets. Like, this is kind of fun. Like, it almost kind of seems like a zombie horde type style game in a futuristic space city. Like, the vibe has always been pretty cool when it comes to Helldivers. And of course, as well, other people out there are kind of thinking the same exact way. If we had a chance to go and check out the Steam charts, to go look at everything out here, we can see that there was a pretty big resurgence. Now, right before then, there was like 20K. We're seeing like a 10K, maybe later on at night. Like, this is the past 1 week or so. But like, you know, around like the 25K, let's say that's their average number. And right before this big update, funny enough, it was actually some of their lowest viewer, like, gameplay counts. Like, they're in like the 40Ks and 20Ks. And then the second this brand new update came back out, it went up to 133,000. This past week has been doing very, very well. Now, I'm going to probably want to dive into this very, very quickly because I like Helldivers and an excuse to go play it for a few days. I'm very down with it. But once again, that kind of goes and shows and how the entirety of live service kind of works on out. People are now actually having crazy good reviews. Saying the Invasions won the cherry on top of one of the best first years a live service game has ever had. And I do want to say I agree. Although sometimes, obviously, when games kind of lose some of their gusto, like let's go use the 1 year chart where this was the initial launch hype and people liked it, then this is, you know, more around the controversy ranges with the small updates here and there. But like, this is what people want. I want to play the game when it comes out and it's fun. Think Fortnite. And then I want them to keep on adding brand new updates, whether it's concerts, whether it's for the OG remakes, whatever it might be, for example, for Fortnite, or in Helldivers' case, adding new races and planets. And this is what's going to keep on maintaining me playing the game. Now, it's not a forever game like Destiny, and like, obviously, you could play the game for a few weeks sometimes, depending on the vibe. Some people play it every day, some people won't. But at the end of the day, I think it's still a big, big win. And I think that PlayStation kind of is understanding on how these live service games go and work. Because people now, once again, are giving a lot of different praises. After a year of PSN controversy, balance woes, and a 63-day recovery effort, Helldivers 2 devs say, we've been on a roller coaster, but we've also been in an extremely privileged position to be even on this roller coaster. And it kind of seems like right now, everyone is kind of getting the vibe and all feeling good about it. So let's go keep on seeing if it keeps on running over time. Now, as well, we also have some kind of fun stuff too over on the Capcom side. Now, Capcom, as you guys know, is a pretty big game studio and does quite well with games such as, say, Monster Hunter, and they kind of keep the company alive. It sells very well. We're pretty excited over here for Wild. It's coming out very soon. But the one big thing over here is that Capcom says it's working on reactivating older dormant IPs like Oshimusha and Okami, which were both actually presented over here at the Game of the Year Awards. Now, if you guys know me, I'm a big like OG GameCube guy. Like I love like some of our Sunshine, some of my favorite games, even things like F-Zero. I was a GameCube boy when I was growing up. Love that stuff, love all the games, Paper Mario, etc. And a game like Okami was in that same similar vibe of that cool, stylistic, like something more of like a Japanese type of style, like inspired game. I thought that game was dope. And that was actually probably one of my more hyped up announcements I had from the entire Game of the Year awards. Now there's cool stuff like the Elden Ring, a spin-off game and all that. I was very hyped up for that. The new PlayStation titles, yes, but Okami and some of these more unique games out here, bro, I am into this. But it's even cooler because I think they're going to try to work in even more older dormant IPs. Now, we have a special video tomorrow, probably for tomorrow's video is probably what I'm going to plan out for it, which kind of relates towards these older dormant IPs type style stuff, so be on the lookout for that, and obviously subscribe if you guys are new. But when it comes to this stuff, seeing older IPs is a big deal, because there's a lot of cool ones, such as like Infamous, that's just unused, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, just on the PlayStation side, or other various old school games from like, say, EA, Ubisoft, for Capcom, all these various big IPs, and I want to like play these games. Like, why not? These are cash cows. Like, say, like a Crash Bandicoot game. These are games that people are familiar with and they enjoy. So there's basically no reason for them not to. Like, there is literally basically zero reason for them not to go bring these back up, because they will sell. People will like them. So hearing this news is great. So on Thursday, the Japanese developer John announced that it's developing a new entry in the Omnimusha franchise, the first in several years, which is set to release in 2026, which also is padding up the future the next few years for games, which I'm also quite hyped up for as well. And obviously, fans have been requesting new games. I myself am a part of that. And now they're working on even more legacy titles to bring back in modern forms. In addition to regularly releasing major new titles each year, Capcom is focusing on reactivating dormant IPs that haven't had a new title launch recently, reads a statement on the company's investor relations site. The company is working to further enhance corporate value by leveraging its rich library of content, which includes reviving past IPs like the two titles announced above, in order to continuously produce highly efficient, high-quality games. And obviously they're asking like what kind of franchises they want to see back to as well. And obviously there's a lot of games or spin-offs that people want. And apparently, funny enough too as well, are saying things like Mega Man and Dino Crisis. I loved Mega Man. If you guys ever played the Battle Network games back in the day, I played like 7 of those. They just kept on churning those on out, but they were all fantastic games. Very similar to like, let's say, the Pokemon format. You give me a brand new Mega Man game, put on the brand new future like PSPs, put it on Steam so I can play like my Lenovo Steam Deck or whatever it might be. All these old handhelds, even on the Switch, whatever, Switch 2. I would love that, dude. Like, Mega Man was one of my favorite game series as a child, and I feel like that's a very well-known but underrated game series, and this is the type of stuff I want to see. Now, Dino Crisis, I always thought that was more of a meme game. I never played it, but like, bro, there are so many cool games, not only just on Capcom, but from PlayStation, from Xbox, Activision, EA, Ubisoft, all these big companies, that why aren't we just going and taking advantage of these? Why are we making money on this? It makes absolutely no sense at all. Now, some other intriguing things, though, too. Apparently, Silent Hill was getting some hate on the Game of the Year awards, and people were saying it was stupid, it was a remake, not good. But apparently, we now are finally seeing some awards showing some love towards it. I actually even checked out a game called Me Shade last night, some anime waifu game up on my Twitch stream, did a one-shot of that. And I do want to say there's a nice vibe when it comes to horror games out there. We want to play horror games. I like that genre. And I do want to say Silent Hill 2 wasn't the best game I ever played in the horror side, but like, it was good. It was worth playing. I did beat it. I enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, like, I want more of these horror games. I've heard good things about mouthwashing. I played Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep kind of bugged on me and crashed, so it wasn't the best vibe out there. But like, like, this is cool to see that games are still getting the credit that they deserve. Now, last but not least too as well, we also now had the final updates on Siri, which Siri actually was also a controversial public figure when it came to people on like the magnification or uglification or whatever for games. I wasn't really against it. I think most people really weren't for The Witcher 4. I just want to play the game. But when it comes to this stuff, it's crazy because we now have apparently brand new voice actors, which are kind of also upsetting some folks, saying like they're going to have different people, they're going to sound different. At the end of the day, I do think she's a slightly older character. So logically, it makes sense. You go put them up another 20, 30 years. Voices naturally just go and change, get deeper, get more raspy, XP, whatever it might be. I think it's the biggest deal, but at the end of the day, I'm just still excited to have a chance to play the game. So I'm hyped on up, and I can't wait to play it, and it's kind of cool. There's a lot of little micro stories, so I hope you guys don't mind how this format was, but I'm just excited. The future of PlayStation's looking nice. We have brand new games on the way. I kind of feel a bit resurged when it comes to games upcoming, and I can't wait to see a big PlayStation or Xbox showcase in the near future, because I still have no idea what's coming out on PlayStation or other various games, and I can't wait to see. So give me your thoughts and comments on everything down below. I appreciate you guys all very much for watching. You guys are all fantastic. Subscribe if you guys are new for the PS5 Pro giveaway. All the affiliate links down below. I appreciate you all so much for watching here in the first place.